I think Benavidez, he's younger, he's hungry, and he's got something to prove. Respectfully, I got a lot of time for him. I've seen some of his interviews. He holds himself well. He's fighting for the right reasons, and it's good, and that's a massive fight. So let's get it on, Benavidez, bro. Let's go. Hey, they always just want to put me down, bro. Like all I can do is just win my fights in the fashion I win them. You know what I mean? So no matter what he says, bro, if I'm not easy of a fight, come find out.
Jai Opetaia is done waiting. He has started questioning whether David Benavidez truly wants to move forward with a fight against him as growing attention continues surrounding the potential matchup. Meanwhile, Opetaia remains determined to face elite competition while continuing his rise in the cruiserweight division, staying focused on testing himself against the very best fighters available.
I don't care where it is. Honestly, I don't care where it is. I don't care. They call me and say, we'll fight here. Bro, done. I'll fight anywhere for that. I want to become undisputed, and I don't feel like where I fight is going to change that. I'm just ready to fight. I want to see, am I undisputed? Are you boys better than me? Show me.
Benavidez views a future clash with Opetaia as a massive fight and remains interested in making it happen. However, he also admits that business complications and negotiations could affect how quickly the matchup becomes reality.
I think that's the biggest fight in the world, especially at this weight division. And that's definitely a fight I want. Like I said, I'm not scared of nobody. This is Monstro's world. And if he wants to get that fight, we get that fight. I don't know why he went to Zuffa. We could have made this fight right after this one, but now I don't know if he got stripped by the IBF or what it is. I'm not gonna go there fight for a Zuffa title, but I don't know. I think that would be a great fight to make in the future, and I respect Jai Opetaia a lot. He's a great fighter, and I think he has to come back over here to make these.
Discussion. Opetaia expects a difficult and dangerous battle where both fighters would be forced to absorb serious punishment over the full distance. He also questions how much pressure and damage his opponent will truly be willing to handle once the fight reaches its most intense moments.
These are dangerous fights, so man, we're prepared for it. We're prepared for a dangerous 12 rounds, and we're ready for a dangerous 12 rounds. It's not just me in danger, it's him as well. So, how tough is he? How much risk does he want to take?
David Benavidez remains focused on collecting more titles and strengthening his legacy across multiple weight divisions. Still, he continues leaving the door open for a future showdown with Jai Opetaia if other plans fail to materialize and fan demand keeps growing.
I set these goals out, for myself. Bivol is really he's the only fight I really want, that I truly want. Because he has all the belts. After I beat Bivol, I'm gonna have, right now I have 8 titles. 3 of them were interim, 3 of them were world championships at super middleweight, light heavyweight. Now I got 2 of them at cruiserweight. I really want those belts. I want those accolades. So that's the only thing I want right now. But if it comes to the worst case scenario, it's funny too because we don't even know about Jai Opetaia now. I don't know what's going on with Zuffa. And from what I hear, my people and their people, they're really hard. They don't like to work with each other. So, but if that's what the people want, I'm here to cater to the people. So if we can't get the fight with Bivol and the people want the fight with Jai Opetaia, that's what
Opetaia respects Benavidez, but values fighting style more than physical size or appearance when analyzing a potential opponent. He believes elite fighters must be prepared for every challenge, emphasizing adaptability and the ability to make adjustments inside the ring.
Respect him. I respect all the fighters. I've never spoke badly about no one. I just chase fights, but.
Did you also size them up a little bit? Because that's what fighters do.
Fighters, you always go,
okay.
But, though, it is what it is. Sizing up, you know what I mean? Fucking big, tall, short, stocky, skinny.
It don't matter.
Yeah, styles are styles. You know what I mean? You got to have ammunition to fight.
Debate. Opetaia makes it clear that a fight with Benavidez only makes sense if it aligns with his pursuit of the remaining cruiserweight titles. His main priority remains cementing himself as the undisputed leader of the division before turning attention toward other opportunities.
This is my goal right now. You know what I mean? And until I win that WBO and that WBA and the WBC as well, You know what I mean? That's my goal. You know what I mean? Anyone that says anything else is fucking lying. You know, I want to become undisputed in the cruiserweight.
His long-term goals, Opetaia remains fully focused on establishing himself as the clear king of the cruiserweight division before considering possible moves into heavier weight classes. He acknowledges that future fights against major names at light heavyweight or even heavyweight could eventually become part of the next chapter of his career.
Always wanted to be undisputed, and you know, I feel like I'm close to getting there as a cruiserweight. And then once I tick that box, who knows what's in the future? You know, whether we go heavyweight, whether, you know, there's a couple big names in the light heavy that saying they want to come up and fight me. You know, they're talking about Bivol, Benavidez, like these big fights are just, they're around, you know, or we could go up to heavyweight. You know, who cares? But right now, my vision.
Roy Jones Jr. has urged Benavidez to pursue a fight with Oleksandr Usyk while his momentum and reputation remain at their peak. Jones believes a clash with Opetaia could be an extremely dangerous risk that might delay or completely eliminate Benavidez's chance to achieve something historic at heavyweight.
Benavidez to give Jai Opetaia a shot at his name right now because he's hot right now. You go up and fight Usyk while you're hot, and it makes sense. You can always come back down and fight Opetaia if you want to. You understand? If you lost to Usyk, Opetaia fight's still there. If you lose to Opetaia, Usyk fight gone. So be smart about this thing. Go take Usyk while the iron is hot. If you beat Usyk, you don't know how to see Opetaia unless he want to come to heavyweight. But if you go fight Opetaia and lose, you don't get a chance to see Usyk, and you don't get a chance to make history. That's crazy. You're on a rail right now to do something that nobody ever done before.
Intensifying the debate. Malik Scott believes Benavidez possesses a rare level of intensity and offensive pressure that separates him from most elite fighters in boxing. Scott points to his nonstop output, rapid combinations, and ability to maintain aggression throughout every round as qualities that make him incredibly difficult to handle.
Benavidez have shown what he's shown on Saturday. Not only is he one of the best fighters in the world, to me, Benavidez is the most dangerous fighter in the world, and I'm including all divisions. We could talk about Shakurs, we could talk about Haney's, we could talk about all these Usyks and guys that's better than him technically. But I'm talking about as far as danger zone. When you are in the fight of your life from round 1 through round 12, David Benavidez, I've never seen nothing like him before.
Robert Garcia argues that Benavidez still has several major fights available before making a full transition to heavyweight. He highlights potential matchups against Dmitry Bivol, Artur Beterbiev, and Jai Opetaia as crucial tests that could shape the next stage of Benavidez's career.
Things to do, maybe at that same way to maybe go down to fight Bivol and Beterbiev, and the other one is what that other cruiserweight that signed with Supa.
Jai.
Opetaia.
Yeah.
I don't know if that fight could even be done now that he's with Supa and what belts he's gonna fight for, whatever. I don't know. But those are 3 fights that I would like to see Benavidez take. But then after that, he's ready for the heavyweights, man. He's ready to fight.
And Teddy Atlas admires Benavidez for consistently chasing high-level opposition, regardless of the risks attached to each matchup. Atlas believes Benavidez carries a fearless mentality rarely seen in modern boxing, pointing to his willingness to move through divisions and challenge elite competition as proof of his competitive mindset.
I always loved him because of his attitude on top of that he'll fight anyone. Old school. You know, he puts his money where his mouth is. He wanted to fight Canelo, he's ready to fight Canelo. You know, he didn't get that, then, you know, he goes up to light heavyweight. And he wins the title there. And then he goes up to cruiserweight. He'll take fights that, at least on paper, are risky fights that a lot of people wouldn't take. And he'll take them. He puts his money where his mouth is. He has the true confidence that you want in a champion. He believes in himself that he can beat anybody. And he shows it. And he's willing to make fights that can really leave him a great legacy by having that attitude.